All right, I think we're about ready. And stand by in five, four, three.
Hello, I'm Emma Burns, and welcome to Benito Santos's Reel. Benito actually goes by the nickname of Ben, so let's go ahead and get started on his story. Ben is from West Texas, where he started to gain skills at Lubbock ISD, working as a multimedia journalist, creating news stories, directing shows, and developing his foundation for media. So with all that, let's go ahead and take a look at a few stories that he created and aired in his hometown.
Gloves of Glory is a boxing academy that has been run by coaches John and Marianne Medina for the past couple of years.
We've actually owned the gym for basically 3 years, pushing 3 years in May of 2020. The gym has actually brought lots of kids together, lots of youth off the street, keeping them out of trouble. Well, discipline, respect, definitely advance in school. Their hands do become certified after they do register with USA Boxing, so it keeps them from fighting at school. That's our goal, was to keep them off the street.
What is going on today? We're doing a lot of good for the community. This is our annual Pancake Festival, and the proceeds that we earn go back into the community. We've got over 30 charities, nonprofit organizations that we help support.
And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills.
We have over 30 charities that the Lions Club in Lubbock supports, and today...
Before I came to this class, I didn't know what I wanted to do, whatever. Then once I started doing it, I started getting better and I started progressing, and then now I'm basically one of the best in the class, and I just try to improve myself every day to make it come better.
To see just as many students as we can get to come in and learn the trade and get out there and actually go into that field. You know, we have a lot of welders who are retiring, and we need to get more students out there to take those jobs.
On both sides of the shop, we have these right here so we can stench our metal to cool them off.
After 2020, Ben then took his career to the University of North Texas to get a degree in Converge Broadcast Media and a minor in Public Relations and Human Relations. And he has also worked with North Texas Television as an editor, live shot operator, technical director, and has created content for both the studio and classes. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the content he's worked on in his collegiate career.
At the end of each October, David Pierce and the City of Denton host their Day of the Dead celebration, which started as David's idea in 2011 and grew into the fall celebration is today, as well as the help from the people and inspiring community of Denton.
I just had this idea like, well, what if we did a festival that celebrated elements of the fall, multiple elements? So what if we brought in harvest, for example, Halloween.
A huge eye catcher is the coffin races. This has become an idea for many friends in the community, as well as become part of the festival's foundation, as well as, in some ways, connect people together to race their friends and families of Denton.
We've talked about it for a number of years, and then the pandemic came along and that stopped us. And we just, this year came along and it's like, no, we're going to do it. We want to do it.
Between all the music, drinks, food, shows, and all fall festivities, David and their team make sure they meet their one goal.
The number one goal is that we're out to be completely inclusive, that we're not out to alienate anybody, that we're not about, that the message is a sincere message. It's just a message of, please come out and have fun and enjoy yourself, you know? I mean, that sounds so simple, but that's really that's the goal.
If y'all are ready to start the show, make some noise.
Hi, I'm Benito Santos with NTTV News, covering the drag show today at Lucky Loose.
houses a monthly drag brunch, which brings in DFW's best performers to Denton, Texas. I sat down with fantastic performer Sierra La Puerta to learn more of what it's like to be a drag queen.
I actually have always been a performer. I went to UNT for theater, so I'm a performer, I'm a theater girl. And then drag,
Hello, my name is Victor Martinez, and I am with NTTV News. So today we're going to be settling a debate. So, is the parking at UNT horrible, or is it good? You mind if I ask you a question about parking?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so do you think the parking here at UNT, is it good, or is it just absolutely horrible?
It's very bad.
All right.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Could you explain to us why?
I mean, there's 47,000 students at the university that I'm aware of, and if you attend this university, you should have an opportunity to get parking. So not having enough for the students is kind of like a problem, for sure.
Listen, UNT.
My feelings about the parking, I feel like they do their best. I honestly just wish they were honest about how many parking spots they had and that they would just sell only as many as they had. I think people would appreciate that more than them just like, because the way it feels is that they just take people's money and then people can't find parking unless they...
All the negative feedback received from the students, I decided to take a stroll down to the transportation center to see if I could find any information about what's going on with the system here at UNT. In my investigation and many interviews, I can say that UNT does have a parking problem. However, the transportation system is also doing all that they can using all the resources that they have. And yet, UNT needs to bring out the positives it provides through its services.
One present, 2/3 being in the affirmative. The rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without the objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Today, a controversial bill aimed at banning TikTok has been proposed in the Senate, sparking heated debate across the nation.
The bill was introduced by Senator Smith, argues that TikTok perceives as a significant threat to the national security due to its Chinese ownership and potential data privacy issues. Supporters of the bill claim that TikTok collects vast amounts of user data which could be exploited by foreign governments. Yet here at UNT, I took the opportunity to interview a few students that use TikTok about the platform as well as the government's position on the ban.
I use TikTok like every day. It's my favorite platform because it just has like a little bit of everything.
Wow, that was a lot of stories. Yet Ben also has a creative side. He's a freelancer and has a bit of a side hustle doing photography and videography. The company name is Blockforge Media, and Ben uses this as a platform to work on his creative side and have a place to post, create, and network. So let's take a look at promos, creative stories, and different styles of interviews from Ben. I'm a professional, baby.
I applied for this job because I wanted to feel a sense of community here at UNT and to be involved on campus.
I've definitely enjoyed my time, and my connections are basically like my coordinators, so my coworkers, my supervisors. Also, I do get to talk to Molly Orr once in a while. She's the one in charge of the union. Having a job and get paid was really fun. That was an incentive. And so because of that, like, I was encouraged to apply for UPC, and then I became close and got a lot of connections and also was able to make an impact.
Hello,
my name is Fred Francine. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Vampires Unveiled, the Late Bite Show. This week we're going to be talking to Mr. Count Chucklebite, world's first vegan vampire. Apparently. Come on, clap. So, Mr. Chuck.
You never guessed?
This is live, on air. The children are watching.
The children are half vampires themselves. I really don't understand how you didn't get this. Did you never see their teeth? You know, they slept on the ceiling. The kids never liked Italian.
What things? He was defenseless.
Well, he was a stupid dog anyway, okay? Maybe
so
next time get a dog with
not
4
even
legs.
tell
Maybe he
anyone.
won't be so
How
easy
dare
for
you
a
lie to me for
4-year-old
30
to
years?
Shut up,
kill.
we're to the outro.
You
So,
think about
we'll
that.
be
He had a
right back
stupid
after
dog.
this. Please play the commercial.
Your dog was
On this episode of WJAS, I'm joined with the UNT RA staff, starting with
Genesee Reyes.
Darty Patel.
I'm an ASC.
All right, and we're just gonna be asking some simple questions about what campus is like being an RA. So starting with it, what's the culture like here? Is it chill? Is it like a vibe? What is it?
Culture life is very interesting. It's honestly chaotic, and honestly, I said honestly a lot. You never know what you're getting. Every single day is a new adventure.
Well, I think that just about summarizes Benito Santos. Ben, who is also directing this as we speak. Say hi, Ben. All right. And if you're wanting to get into contact with Mr. Ben or check out some more of his videos, go ahead and use the email below, QR code, or contact him at 806-559-0851. Again, that's 806-559-0851. Thank you for watching. I'm assuming we're doing it again. We're doing it again.